Hello everyone, Bill here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to snowshoe into a little lake, sleep in a snow fort, and ice fish. It's a stocked lake every year with rainbow trout. They get up to 5 pounds. I'm on a chain of 5 lakes. They seem to tend to stay up at this north end, so they say. So let's head out and see how we do for luck. I parked near this resort because the road isn't plowed any further. Usually it's plowed a little further, but we had a big dump of snow on Thursday. And being late in the season, plow services were late to get around everywhere. So just before we head out, my new sled, I bought it on buy and sell, brand new in a box for $130. It came with the cover and a huge metal attachment to go to the end of a skidoo. It has the runners on the bottom, and it's a $300 package from Costco. So I did pretty good. So we came up from there. This is where I was wanting to come into park. And then from here, it never gets plowed. I've been out here before in a couple of my last videos. Each time a different spot. So this sled with those runners on the bottom, excellent. They pull way better than my black sled of the same sort. The only difference is the color. I don't think it's any thicker or heavier for the snowmobile model. Those runners make it not veer off on its own into ruts. And it follows proper when you're crossing ruts. I'm walking in ruts. Pardon me here. A bunch of quads and skidoos have been going through. So yeah, if you just buy the if you just buy the black model that doesn't come with the runners, it's worth spending the $50 or so on the runner kit. Just glides and pulls so much easier. Keeping my eye out for firewood. When we veer off this logging road into the bush, it'll be a protected area. We won't be able to get firewood in there. I'll be walking out onto the ice and to part of the land on the other side that's outside of the protected area. Alright, that should be enough for the night. Now I can concentrate on getting there. It's already late in the day. It's, what is it? Oh, it's going on to 1 o'clock. It was a late start. And I still have to make a big pile of snow to carve out, and it's going to need time to harden up. So getting there, the first thing to do is make a big pile of snow, and then I can go fishing. This is where I went up on my last video, pulling a smaller toboggan on skis to a little lake. And here we are. I was kind of hoping Skidoos would have had it packed down. It's gonna be slow going. I might have to walk a track and back and drag the sled, walk a track and back, drag the sled. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's right. I thought it was past the creek that went down. I know at least when it comes out, it's past the creek. Let's just see if it looks like there's a spot you drive down. I think when I drove out, I do recall 2 drive-in points. But if not, I'll go back. Here, let me just stop my sled. I don't think there's anything. There's this. Gee whiz. All right, back to the first one. It's deep. This is gonna suck. This is gonna be pretty hard on my knee. Well, went the wrong way. Got to go back up to the road. Same as my last video. Went the wrong way. Spent a lot of time. Put in an extra couple kilometers for nothing. So, came from, tried down there. It just is a dead end. That way, dead end also. Flip. Not far off the road, but it was still a lot of work. I was about to abort the mission. So this is the 3rd little trail in a row. Skidoos have been going down so I can manage it. It's not too far. So awesome. You know, I knew there's I was hoping there'd be some skidoo access. You know, they like to get in everywhere. And this is entering the the recreation area, and it's green zoned, so it's protected. It was hard to find information on it because anytime you typed anything up, all you could find was the resort that's on this lake. So I could have cut through the resort property, but you know, it's not right, and people were coming and going through there, so it would have been seen and spoken to. So we'll head through here. Came in my truck once with Jen, and that's why I'm just having a hard time remembering how to get there. Nice fire ring someone brought out. It's rusted really bad, that's why it's really no good. So all we have to do is just go to that little, where am I pointing here? Hard to tell. There's a bump there we're going to. Just on the left side of the bump is where the green boundary ends. That's D Lake Resort. Those used to be rental cabins. They've all since been made into lots and separate government lots and leased out to buyers that are renting them out for recreation. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. Let's head over there to check it out. The trees are so dense, there's not going to be deep enough snow to make a snow fort. And I'll just flip you. Over there is steep. Maybe in behind that fallen tree there, in there. Otherwise I might just stick it here in the snow or on the ice. Nice wet snow. I thought this was a great place to do it. It'll harden up right away. I'll make a big pile, go fishing, carve it out, or actually let it wait, sit, and I'll go get some boughs, and yeah, get my bed all set up and everything, and maybe then carve it out. Then I can just pull my bivouac into there. Getting there. Oh boy, then I get to carve it all out. I think I'll have the door over here because the wind comes in off the lake. Try and have a little fire pit maybe. Maybe I won't even have a fire tonight. I brought a little cook stove. So, you know, might just fish, go to bed. Pretty much missing the fishing time. Have to fish in the morning. It's 3 o'clock already, but I need to get this done. Man, I should have been up and out of the house by 8. Getting lazy. Lazy in my old age. Probably a bad idea. Wonder how wet it's going to get under me. Just got to add a little more snow, pack it down some more, shape it all up a bit better. Yeah. Well, there it is. It's 3:30. I don't think I'm going to get any fishing in this evening. First thing in the morning though, I guess. Usually good fishing in the morning anyway. So I guess I'll collect some boughs and have something to eat. Well, there's a pile of boughs. I have a bunch of sticks stuck in the pile of snow, so I'll know when I hit the sticks not to go too far and burst through with the shovel. And the snow is starting to let off. I forgot to bring knee pads, and I forgot a reflective blanket. And honestly, I'm kind of just thinking about bugging out, man. You know, I don't know. I'm so tired though. You know, it was only a kilometer and a half, but I'm out of shape and I didn't stretch and warm up and eat good this morning, and, you know, missing fishing, and gotta carve this out now and get all wet. I'm just gonna go home, I think. Aha, things are different. It's 2 weeks later. We're at the same spot. The place I made the snow mound was right across this point there. So what happened was I bugged out. Biggest issue was issues with where I put the snow mound. It was on the ice and it was just too wet. You'd step and sink down a good few inches. The reason I didn't do it on shore was there wasn't enough snow accumulation, but there was a lot of snow on the ice. I could have cut some, you know, some wood lengths and put them in there, and layer of boughs, but you know, I just wasn't into it. I wasn't feeling right, and plus I had some aches and pains that were bugging me, and I was struggling with a migraine. I've been getting them since I was 4 years old. You know, I could have struggled through all of that. You know, I had some mild painkillers and all, but and because I could have set my bivvy up right on shore there. There was a nice dry spot right between two trees, but like I say, just a bunch of things were just not right. I wasn't feeling into it, and I think that's the best time to just shut her down. So I took a shortcut home, hooked her across the ice, cut through a resort, and right up to where my car was. So hopefully we can get some fish, show you how big the fish are in this lake. If not, it's gonna suck. Well, Jen just had a big pull, didn't take her bait though. She came in closer to shore at 10 feet. I'll reverse us here. I went, drilled a hole farther out. It's getting wet out there. We're sinking through good 4 or 5 inches down of slush, but still a good 1.5 foot of ice. Forgot to bring the tripod with me. It's over at the sled. So the sled's about 15 feet, Jen's at 10 feet. That's where she had a good bite. Well, shall we look at the lake? So over towards those, hear me put my, oh, Jen just said she had another nibble. Put my rod between my legs there and see if I can zoom in to, oh, there you go, that white mound. Bites. Scared him away probably, darn it. He's been just nibbling the whole time, so it's like, what do? You gotta yank sometime. Exciting. He's there still. Got it. Just a little one, folks. I had to throw that back. I didn't bring the pliers. Let's see if I can get it back into there. Alright. Get it back down. It hasn't figured out how to swim down. I think it's down now. Well, so much for the big fish that are supposed to be in here. Let's put this one back as well. Got to get it in right away. It was a snag right underneath, on the middle of its gills, underneath its jaw. Not allowed to keep snags. Even, it was, I mean, I was putting it back anyway, but not allowed to keep a snagged fish. So I'm back at the halfway hole. Jen's out at my far out hole. This is the really wet hole where we were sinking through really badly. If you walk on the skidoo tracks, it's really packed and you don't fall through. I've got a little strip right here I'm standing on. Well, nothing on the drop. Leave her for a while. Oh, bite as soon as I put it down. There you go, folks. Oh, that one we can keep. We'll have it for dinner. I did actually put that one back as well. We don't need it. Zoom. D-Lake Resort Cabins. They were resort rentals, but now they have been sold off and are private rentals. Well, privately owned, and I don't know how many are being rented out. I see in the paper though some are being rented out for recreation use. And then down the lock there, down the channel there, there is a whole lot of real old-fashioned cabins. I'll post some information on those. So there's a boat launch down there that goes up to the road where I parked. This is getting silly, all these little fish. Well, folks, another little one. I'm putting it back. I have a barbless hook. It'll go in fine. So that's where we came in. I'm close to shore. It's about 10 or 12 feet here. So, you know, I'm not catching those big fish they said that are in here, but great place to bring the kids for some fish because I'm catching fish. Well, folks, this will definitely be the last weekend on the ice. Getting really soft and wet, and it'll be puddly really good next weekend. Jen caught one. Small again, had to put it back. Folks, I had a huge one, a really big one, and it came off. Well, everyone, the rod was just bent right over. I was just keeping the tip up really well and winding, and the drag was just dragging, so I knew it was a big fish. And there's nothing I could do, just keep the tip up and keep the tension on, and just didn't get it. Might not have hooked the hook good, and like I say, I have a barbless hook. I don't remember having such a big fish on this little rod. Yeah, I know that was a good at least 2-pounder by the way I had the drag set. All I could do is keep the tip up, and I don't know if I'm getting bites right now because I'm not watching, and keep the tension on and keep reeling, and even though the drag was pulling, and I must have not hooked it good maybe, and I am using a barbless hook. But yeah, too bad. That was fun. Could have even been bigger maybe. It was fighting really good and pulling, and you just can't reef it up, and did what I best I could. Another mini. Jen has a little one over there she's going to put back. Got a good one right through the top of the nose. That's not bad. We'll have that for dinner. There we go, that top one. It's smaller, but that'll add for dinner tonight. Had a lot of bites in between as well. Right on the top of the mouth. This is our third good one. Barely holding on. This is the biggest fish yet. That's a good one. They're hitting so soft you just can't tell if it's the little ones or the big ones. Bottom one there is Jen's. Just pulled it up now. You got bites. They're hard, folks, I'm telling you. They're so hard. No.
No.
Good job. So we're still fishing from this one close to shore hole. It's been pulling in all the large fish. I'm not fishing right now, just Jen is. And you know, we have some fish in the freezer already, and we don't need a bunch. It's easy to get. It's just a little drive away and a fun trip in the bush. So, well, you know, we did pretty good already, and so barbless and one rod between the two of us, I think is pretty fair. Bit on the drop. Very nice. Just had a good bite. There it is. Jen caught the second one down from the top. The fifth one down from the top. And maybe the one above it. We each caught 4. We were allowed 5, but that's good, and we're going home. There's a storm coming in. And the wind's picking up. Let's just take you back this way again. So a lot of sunlight still left. This guy there, but up the trail we go and onto the Forest Service Road and back to the car. Wow, there sure was something really weird smelling coming up from the lake through the protected area there. Really, Jen says musky. It was propane-y smelling, like propane. And I'm wondering if lynx or something wanted our fish or us. But we got the bear spray and bear bangers right here on my hip, and yeah, it's pretty safe. So I just made some noises and everything smelled fine. Man, I thought I was getting whiff blow back in my breath, and it was my beard and mustache. Like seriously, I was like, "What's all propane-y?" And Jen's like, "I don't smell nothing but pine." And then after a while, and so yeah. Hello all, it's the following weekend. Finally making the snow fort. Jen's with me. She's going to sleep in a tent cot, though she doesn't want to climb. So I think I've made it a little too high, but maybe we'll knock her down a bit into the center there. We got some room to fill. It's almost igloo style. Just the outer walls. I've dug all the way around it, just up to here. Then I'm going to dig out a big section and build a big snow wall with a fill and have our fire in there. Nice big chunks on the top couple feet, and then all easy to shovel underneath that. show you what I have left here. So I started and went this way. Yeah, that's too high. But I won't need to dig out too much in there. Oh, I'm falling in. Oi, post hole. There. Well, there you go. You got a sun pit there. Fire will go in the corner. Haven't dug out the hole yet there, but I'll work on that in a couple hours when it hards up a little more. So I just pulled some of that wood down. That should be enough for the night now. Let me have that cut up. The stuff behind the trees for the morning and the stuff in the front here will burn tonight. Plus what I just showed you behind me. So I pulled that sled down. Jen pulled the little one. So here's our shelter. Jen's gonna sleep in the tent cot. My next chore is to finish shoveling out the snow shelter. And got a nice fire going. Yeah. This is so fun, everyone. It's like, I feel like a big kid. My chest just all, wee, you know, having so much fun. Oh, Jen just post hold. You okay? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna flip the screen here. And we're gonna heat up some water. We are heating up some water for dehydrated spaghetti that we made and did ourselves. Here comes Jen with some wood. Yeah, we got the wood over there. I showed you the pile, and Jen's home. Got all the layers. That's the one we were packing around in my lunch. And my last couple trips. And then the last two are fresh from the freezer.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's good. Or you're doing good, because that's about, that'll pop up perfect, I think. I always never really, she's just, haven't figured out the right amount to put in a bag for a meal is what she's wondering.
I think that's good.
Let's put it all in since we don't take none home.
Yeah.
So that's a batch we made in the crock pot. And I used to just make 5 bags, and I really stretched them out this time. So I think I just need to go back to the 5 bags out of a 5 tray dried batch of spaghetti sauce. So the water's already been warming up, and now we'll just let them soak up and get hotter. There you go, everyone. We brought Parmesan cheese. No garlic chips this time. Sliced up garlics cooked in vegetable oil until they're just about not burnt. Yummy crispy garlic chips, but not this time. Actually, here's the Parmesan right now. It's beside me on my chair. Oh. So we are, I could go 2 shovel lengths is my height, and I've made it for that. So I can go back more. I can go up a little higher, even though you see a bit of light coming through. I didn't put sticks everywhere, but I've been eyeballing it pretty good. I haven't poked through anywhere yet. All done. Not bad. So I have an emergency blanket down and then some boughs. And there you have it. Bummer. Cool. Camerawoman Jen helped me. Whoops, sorry. There it is, far away. And we're gonna lose it over the trees. Not gonna see it. But that's safe. That little cube that burns in there burns out and the thing just falls, and it's paper and wood. And he has a little teeny bit of wire in there, but that will rust. Thin wire. Jen's in the tent caught. I'm crawling into there. That's the last of the fire. All right, let's crawl in. Oh, smells nice in here with those boughs. Ah. Oh, a little bumpy here on the ride. Some water, bear spray, bear banger. Brought that water jug in. Thought it'd be warmer in here for it. Let's tuck it to the back. Lots of room in here. My hat fell off. Nice warm thing to wear. Well, good night, everyone. It's 11:30. Should be good and safe in here. I'm a little worried, though, a little sketchy. Good morning, folks. It's going on to 7. We're up at 6:30. Just starting the fire. Just used fire starter, nothing fancy. Well, it was a pretty awesome night. We had fun here. I love making stuff. It's hard work, but it's really fun and exciting. And at the end of the day, the reward of relaxing in the shelters and the neat things you make. Thank you very much for watching.